Good morning, students. Today's topic is crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. In octahedral complexes, coordination number is 6. It means central metal ion that is surrounded by the 6 ligands. And 6 ligands are present at the 6 corners of the octahedron. And there is 3 axes, one is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and central metal ion is at the center of the axis, and ligands are present along the principal axis. 2 ligands will be along the x-axis, 2 ligands are present on the z-axis, and 2 ligands are present on the y-axis. And this is the octahedron structure. And now we will take crystal field splitting. In crystal field splitting, firstly we will take free metal ion as we discussed earlier. In free metal ion, there are no ligands are present around the central metal ion. So in free ion, metal ion, for example titanium F6 3 negative complex, in this titanium 3 plus, that is a free metal ion, and having titanium 3 plus is having configuration 3d1, so d is having 1 electrons, so this 1 electron can go into the 5d orbitals. And in free metal ions there is 5d orbitals that will be degenerate orbitals. Degenerate orbitals means having same energy. सो की होएगा अपने को कि 5 ਜਿਹੜੇ 5 डी ऑर्बिटल्स 'ਚ एक इलैक्ट्रॉन किसी भी जगह ਤੇ ਫਿਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ हैं. सो की होएगा दे आर ऑफ सेम एनर्जी. नाउ वी विल टेक दिस इज़ द केस इन विच फ्री मेटल आयन that is having 5d orbitals and they are degenerate orbitals. In this d1, if 1 electron, then 1 electron can go into any of these 5d orbitals, 2 electrons, then any of the 2d orbitals, d3, d4. So any electron can go into 5d orbitals. So these 5d orbitals are degenerate orbitals. Next we will take, if all the ligands, 6 ligands are approaching to the central metal ion along the principal axis, then the ligands form spherical electric field around the central metal ion. So as the metal is having d orbitals having electrons and ligands are also having electrons, so there will be similar charges to ligands having electrons and metal d orbitals having electrons that will repel each other, and always there will be greater increase in energy when there is repulsion. अगर अट्रैक्शन होंदी है तो then एनर्जी की होंदी है डिक्रीज़ होएगी, and if repulsion then always increase in energy. So there is spherical electric field of ligands around the central metal ion, then there will be increase in energy of the 5d orbitals, but they are also still degenerate orbitals. This is the case in which there are 5d orbitals, still they are degenerate, because all the 5d orbitals ligands are approaching at the same distance from the central metal ion, that is the spherical electric field, spherical field of the ligands. So energy will increases, but still they are degenerate orbitals. Next, as we know that d orbitals are having different shapes, 3 orbitals, for example dxy, dyz, dzx, in these lobes that will be in between the principal axis. Xy, dxy means lobes will be between the x and y axis. Dyz lobes will be in between the y and z axis, and in z axis in dzx lobes will be in between z and x axis, and dz square, dx square minus y square lobes will be along the principal axis. In dx square minus y square lobes will be along the principal axis, x axis and y axis. dz square, that is having different shape along the lobe that is along the z axis, and one lobe will form collar like shape, and this is the dz square. So 2 orbitals that is having lobes along the principal axis, and 3 orbitals having lobes in between the principal axis. So as d orbitals are having different shapes and also ligands are present along the principal axis, firstly if we discuss this case dz square, as lobes are along the principal axis z axis, this lobe is along the z axis also having ligands below as well as above, then lobe is also along the z axis, so there will be repulsion as lobes d orbitals having electrons, so there will be repulsion between the d electrons and the ligands, and there will be increase in energy. Similar is the this case dx square minus y square. In this also lobes are along the principal axis, x axis and y axis. So in this d orbitals are also having electrons and ligand also along the x axis and y axis, there will be direct repulsion because ligands are lying in the direction of the d orbitals, so there will be more repulsion. But in this case dxy, as the lobes are in between the principal axis, ligands are present in this direction but lobes are present in between the axis, that means they are away from the approach of the ligands. So lobes are having electrons that is away from the approach of ligands, so there will be less repulsion and there will be less increase in energy. Similar is the case of dyz and dzx, same, lobes are away from the principal axis, that means approach of the ligands. So two orbitals dz square and dx square minus y square that lies along the approach of the ligands, so there will be more increase in energy of 2 orbitals and there will be less increase in energy of 3 orbitals. So there will be splitting of d orbitals into 2 levels, that is T2g level and EG. The 3 orbitals dxy, dyz and dzx. So these are the 3 orbitals and these are the 2 orbitals, that is the EG orbital. EG orbitals केड़ियां होंगे dx square minus y square and dz square. So this is the case. So this is the octahedral splitting. So in d orbital that split into the 2 sets, one is T2g set and EG set. So there will be decrease in energy of 3 orbitals T2g set by the 0.4 delta O minus delta O या आपा कहेंगे 4 dq. There are 2 parameters, that is delta O crystal field splitting in octahedral या dq parameter, so that will decreases by minus 0.4 delta O या 4 dq, and 2 orbitals, that is the EG orbitals, that is having increase in energy and that increases the energy या आपा कहेंगे destabilization by the 0.6 delta O plus या कहेंगे 6 dq. So there is crystal field splitting and this gap is the delta O between T2g and EG level, and that is also equal to 10 dq. So this is the crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes, and one is important, that is delta O is equal to 10 dq, and this is the parameter. So 0.6 delta O means 6 dq, 0.4 delta O means 4 dq, as delta O is equal to 10 dq. And there is one, that is the barycenter rule. One is barycenter rule. In this barycenter rule की होएगा, एवरेज एनर्जी ऑफ डी ऑर्बिटल्स डज नॉट चेंज, या आपा की कहेंगे सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी रूल भी होएगा कि जिन्ना इंक्रीज ऊपर होया उन्ना ही डिक्रीज की होएगा नीचे होएगा. मीन्स अगर आपा कहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ टोटल एनर्जी 10 dq मीन्स सेम एनर्जी ऑफ ईच ऑफ दी 2 EG ऑर्बिटल दैट इंक्रीजेज बाय 6 dq, या कहेंगे एनर्जी ऑफ दी each of the 3 orbitals that decreases या lowered by 4 dq या आप कहेंगे minus 4 dq. So it means total जो gap रहेगा that will be equal to 10 dq. So this can be in representation of 3 by 5 delta O, and T2g orbitals energy decreases by 2 by 5 delta O, and that is 3 by 5 delta O. So this is the, and delta O, that is a crystal field splitting, that is measured spectroscopically. Next is crystal field stabilization energy. This is the amount of stabilization provided by splitting of d orbitals into 2 levels, that is called crystal field stabilization energy, that is represented by CFSC. CFSC we have to calculate. Then crystal field stabilization is T2g orbital that stabilizes by minus 4 dq, and 2 orbitals EG orbitals that destabilizes by plus 6 dq. Then we calculate the CFSC for various octahedral complexes. Firstly we take T2g1. In T2g1 firstly we take titanium 3 plus, as titanium 3 plus this is having 3d1 configuration, so d1 configuration. So for d1 configuration there will be 1 electron, and there is splitting into T2g level and EG level. So configuration that firstly 1 electron occupy lower orbitals, so T2g orbital configuration will be T2g1, and T2g1 that is stabilizes by the minus 4 dq. So 1 electron is multiplied by minus 4 dq, that is equal to minus 4 dq. So this is the crystal field stabilization energy. Next we take D2 system. In D2 system, that is vanadium 3 plus, then 2 electrons that goes into the another T2g orbital, so configuration will be T2g2. Then minus 4 dq, that is stabilizes minus 4 dq as 2 electrons, so 2 electrons are multiplied into the 4 dq and equal to minus 8 dq. Next is D3, then third electron goes into the T2g orbital, and then 3 into minus 4 dq, that is equal to minus 12 dq. Now next is D4 configuration. In D4 configuration there are 2 possibilities. Then first possibility, the fourth electron can go into T2g orbital, or there will be pairing of T2g orbitals. And second case is there is possibility that fourth electron goes into EG orbital. So there are 2 possibilities. One is fourth electron goes into the pairing of 3 electrons as already into T2g orbital, and fourth electron goes into the EG orbital, because 3 electrons that fill into the T2g orbitals, that is the lower orbitals. Then mainly the fourth electron can go into T2g or into the EG orbital. Then in this there is 2 cases. One is strong field, other is weak field, and in this there is one, that is the pairing energy. Pairing energy, that is the energy required to pair the electrons with one another. Then 2 cases, if crystal field splitting delta O is greater than pairing energy, then that will be the strong field case, as crystal field splitting is greater, then fourth electron that goes into T2g orbital, and there will be pairing of fourth electron, and then crystal field stabilization energy will be equal to 4 in minus 4 dq as stabilization energy, then 4 electron 4 into minus 4 dq, that is equal to minus 16 dq. As delta O is greater than pairing, then in this there will be, we count pairing energy. So there is one pairing of electrons, so here we write one pairing energy. Then second case is weak field. If delta O is less than pairing energy, crystal field splitting is less than pairing energy, then fourth electron that goes into EG orbital, and then there will be crystal field splitting energy equal to 3 electrons into the T2G, then minus 4 dQ into 3 plus 1 electron into Eg, then Eg is destabilized by 6 plus 6 dQ plus 6 into 1, that is equal to minus 12 dQ plus 6 dQ equal to minus 6 dQ. So here two cases arises, one is strong field, other is weak field. Strong field is delta O is greater than pairing energy, weak field is delta O is less than pairing energy. Therefore, in strong field there is pairing of electrons, more pairing of electrons, and in weak field there is more number of unpaired electrons. So next is D5 case, same. There are two cases, one is strong field, other is weak field. In strong field, then fifth electron goes into T2G orbital, then 5 into minus 4 dQ. Here we write 2 pairing energy because there is pairing of 2 electrons, then we write 2 pairing energy. Weak field, then next fifth electron, fourth and fifth electron goes into Eg orbitals, and then minus 3 into minus 4 dQ plus 2 into 6 dQ, that is equal to 0. Next is D6 and D7 case. D6 case, strong field and weak field. Strong field delta O is greater than pairing energy, then all the 6 electrons will be paired, then there will be minus 4 dQ. In weak field delta O is less than pairing energy, then देखो पहला की होएगा 3 electrons that goes into D2G and 2 electrons goes into Eg orbital. 6 electron automatically into the T2G orbital goes into T2G. There is pairing of 6th electron. Then in case of weak field, then 4 into minus 4 dQ plus 2 into 6 dQ, that is equal to minus 4 dQ. Here case arises that here we write 2 pairing energy, because if we take in weak field, then there is also one pairing of electron. Then difference between the strong and weak field is there is pairing of 2 electrons in strong field. So there is 2 pairing energy because 1 electron is already paired in case of weak field. Similarly, in case of D7 in strong field, that is the 6 electrons will be in T2G orbital firstly, pairing of electron, and 7th electron goes into Eg, then there will be 6 into minus 4 dQ plus 1 into 6 dQ, and that is the minus 18 dQ. And in weak field delta O is less than pairing energy. So in this weak field, firstly we put 5 electrons, 3 electrons into T2G and 2 electrons into Eg. Then 6th and 7th electron goes into T2G orbital, lower orbitals, pairing of electrons, then 5 into minus 4 dQ plus 2 into 6 dQ, that is minus 8 dQ. Difference is this, in this where we write one pairing energy. One pairing energy means if we compare weak field and strong, in weak field also pairing of 2 electrons, then strong field only one pairing of electrons, that's why we write only one pairing energy. And D8, D9, D10 similar cases. So this is the chart by which we calculate crystal field stabilization energy. So this is all about the crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. Thank you, students.